Miss Lori. This woman's amazing. 27 years in the fire department and as an EMT. She's retired. She has started a business, and I'm going to let her explain all of that to you. She is a mom, a grandma. She owns cats, dogs, chickens. Did I miss something?
No, not this time.
Okay.
There have been other things in the past.
Yeah. But she's wonderful, and she drove down from Stafford this morning. I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce yourself. You can share what you'd like to do at the end of the year, and you can go on into your presentation, but we appreciate you being here.
Awesome. Thank you very much. All right. I'm going to pop up here for a minute. I'm going to try without a mic. Can you guys hear me without a microphone? Or would you rather me use the mic?
Rather you use the mic.
Rather use the mic? Okay. So yeah, my name is Lori Knowles, and first of all, thank you very much, Kelly, for inviting me to come to speak to your group. This is great. Thank you, Susan. This is a wonderful venue, and I'll definitely have to come back and bring some friends and check the rest of it out. So I have retired from the Stafford County Fire and Rescue Department. I had 27 years of career public safety service. All total, I have 42 years and counting, because I started as a volunteer, then I went career, and I'm volunteering again. I'm a paramedic, I'm a firefighter. I'm a lot more of a paramedic than I'm a firefighter, because the helmet messes up my hair, I smell like fire, it stinks, I don't like it. And it's a, and it is a young person's job. I mean, I have run into the houses with the hoses and put the wet stuff on the red stuff. So I do have that experience, but I'm much more of a paramedic than I was ever a firefighter. That's okay. So, but my life's mission is protect people. That's what I've done all my life, is just protect people and help people. And when I retired, or before I retired, I was already started looking for something post-retirement to keep myself off the streets and out of trouble, something that I could get behind, and I found Damsel in Defense. I can get behind the mission that I'll talk about, I can get behind the products that I will talk about, and we have launched over the last year, we have launched educational opportunities or educational program company where we just come in and sell products. We do education, which is the core of it, and why and what you should carry, what you shouldn't carry, what this will do, what that won't do, things like that. That's very important to know. So today we're going to talk about the program is called City Safety, but you can use these tips and tricks, if you will, anywhere. All right, this kind of encompasses a lot of different things, especially since we're coming into the holiday season and people will be out shopping. You all will be out shopping for family and friends and what have you, and you just need to keep yourself safe, because, like I like to say, people are crazy. Okay, people are crazy. So, and you're in a nice, quiet little town of Colonial Beach, right? Colonial Beach is safe, right? Yeah, make it safe.
It's one of the safest places in the area.
It's relatively safe, right? But who are you worried about coming in? Does crime happen here?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. It absolutely happens, and that's the point. It happens everywhere. You can be in a gated community, you can be in a safe community, there is still going to be crime. And it could be from petty theft all the way up to violent crime of assaults, physical assaults, murder, etc., and crimes of opportunity. So you just have to be prepared and think about it. I want you to be prepared, I don't want you to be scared. And I know that sounds kind of like a cliche, but that's what I want. Be prepared, not scared. All right? So, what we're going to talk about today are some statistics of crimes that happen in very common city areas. We're going to talk about how to increase your level of safety and situational awareness, and some safety misconceptions, things that women have been told since the dawn of time of what we should do or not do, or what have you. And a lot of that just doesn't hold water anymore. So, parking garages, parking lots, alleyways and streets, stairwells and elevators, these are all areas that can be unsafe or can make you feel uneasy. Now, here in Colonial Beach, do you have any parking garages at all? No?
We could use a couple.
You do what?
We could use a couple.
You could use a couple, yeah. Do you have parking lots where they're maybe darker, if it's not well lit, things like that? I know you have some alleyways and side streets, that sort of thing. Are they always well lit? No, so a lot of times you're walking in the dark or in diminished light. And then stairwells and elevators. These are places where you can get caught, if you will, and kind of jammed up, and you need to figure out how you're going to get out of those situations. So 10% of sexual assaults occur in parking garages. Anybody ever go to the city of Fredericksburg? Yeah? We have parking garages in Fredericksburg. I'm from Stafford. I'm on the southern end of Stafford County. I could almost walk to the Falmouth Bridge, so I'm not that far. That's that side of where I am. We have the big parking garage downtown on Sophia Street. And then Mary Washington Hospital. Everybody ever been to Mary Washington Hospital? Yeah, they have a big parking garage too, and things have happened there. Nurses have been assaulted, people have been assaulted, things like that in these parking garages. Parking garages and lots are the third most common place for violent crimes to occur. Why do you think that is? Any idea?
Not well lit, isolated.
Not well lit, isolated, easy to hide. You've got the cars in there. It's very easy for somebody to be in between cars or behind one of the pillars, and they're just waiting. They're just waiting for somebody that looks like an easy target, that looks like a victim, and none of us want to look like a victim, right? And then most offenders and victims are between the ages of 20 and 29, but those between 30 and 39 are also at high risk. I'll tell you another group that's at high risk, and that's the older you are, okay, the more vulnerable you are, or the more vulnerable you appear. If you have a cane, if you're walking with a cane, or if you have some other physical ailment where you're a little bit slower, okay, hearing impaired, things like that, that makes you more vulnerable. And these are situations where you need to kind of have your head on a swivel and be more aware of your area. So what do you see here in number 1? What does she look like? She looks vulnerable. Does she look like she's prepared? No. Does she look like she's thinking this guy might be a problem? Exactly. Her focus is in and not out. He could be a problem. He might not be. And that's the thing. He could be a problem. Right? Okay? What about number 2? What are we doing in number 2? We're so distracted. How many of y'all have a cell phone? How many of you have been guilty of doing this? Okay? Come on, everybody's been guilty of it. I've been guilty of it. All right? How many of you have earbuds? Yeah? You've been guilty of having both earbuds in while you're doing stuff. You're totally distracted with what's going on around you. Okay? She has no idea what's going on around her, who's behind her, or anything else. And this guy looks like he has some ill intent going on right there, right? And what about number 3? She's in a parking garage and she's walked up to her car. Yeah, so what should she have done? Have your keys in your hand, have it ready. Never start digging for it once you get there, because if somebody comes up behind her or from the side, she's done. She's already behind the 8 ball. So power and confidence, the first one. She's not carrying any personal protection tools. She's closed off. She's scared. She isn't creating distance between her and the potential attacker, which you should do. And she isn't walking tall with confidence. So when I walk downtown Fredericksburg, or actually pretty much anywhere, I look like I own the place. Okay? I walk tall, I'm looking, I'm always watching, I'm using my peripheral vision, I'm looking far enough ahead of me. I will talk to people on the street and go, hey, how you doing? That's a really cool logo. I like that. You know, I will make eye contact with you. And I will talk to you. I don't care who you are. Why am I doing that?
So they'll remember you.
That's right, because I can remember you. And now, if that person has some ill intent, they know that I can identify them, or chances are greater that I can identify them, right? Do I look like I'm going to be an easy target? Nope. Most attackers don't want somebody that's going to fight, because they don't want to get hurt, because they're wusses. Okay? They don't want to get hurt. So, you walk tall with confidence. You should always have something with you, which, before I forget, a lot of you ladies I gave a whistle to when you came in. If you did not get a whistle, I have a bunch here. If you have daughters or daughters-in-law or somebody else that you'd like to take a whistle home to, please take one, okay? Situational awareness. This one, she's not keeping her head up and on a swivel. She has no idea what's going on around her. She's letting her guard down by being distracted on her phone. And she has her purse on her back instead of in front of her. How many of you carry a purse? Do you carry it crossbody or just with the handle? Most of you carry it crossbody? Yeah? That's good. Always? Yeah, and carry it in front of you. It makes sense, right? Okay, so those of you that carry a purse, now be honest, how many of you have it open all the time? Be honest. Yeah? Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, most of the women that I see, either downtown or at the mall or wherever I happen to be, they have a purse. I should have brought my other one. And it is open. If it's behind them, it's very easy for somebody to come in and take your phone, well, your phone's probably in your hand because you're walking like this with your phone behind you. Right? Take your wallet, whatever. Take your keys. In other words, rob you. Have to pay attention to stuff like that. And with the holidays coming up, do you think those types of crimes are going to increase? Absolutely. Pickpocketing, do you think they might increase down here? Absolutely. Yeah, they're crimes of opportunity. Just protect yourself. Simple little things. Close your purse. All right? Zip it. Okay? Prepared ahead of time. When you're walking from your car to the store, or from the store to your car, or from your house to your car, from your car to your house, wherever it is you're going, your self-defense item needs to be in your hand. Always. Most women that I talk to, where do you think they carry their pepper spray? If they carry a pepper spray, where do you think it is? It's in the bottom of their purse. Okay? So last month I was doing an event at the convention center, and a lady came up to me and I said, "Can I interest you in a fresh pepper spray today?" They're like, "A fresh pepper spray?" I'm like, "Yeah, it expires." "Oh, I didn't know that, but I carry pepper spray." I'm like, "Okay, can I see it? I want to check the expiration date." She goes, "Sure, no problem." She hands this to me, and I think I actually have it here. She hands this little pepper spray to me, and the first thing I look for is the expiration date. It expired in January of 2022. This was in August. I said, "Ma'am, your pepper spray's been expired for 2 years and about 8 months. "Oh, really?" I'm like, It won't shoot. The propellant is what expires. The hot stuff stays hot. It won't shoot. And then when I looked at the nozzle has so much gunk and dirt and fuzz, literally, inside the nozzle. Do you think that thing is going to shoot? No, it's not. I said, "Ma'am, please, can I offer you a fresh pepper?" And she's like, "Yeah, I guess I really do need one." I'm like, "Yes, ma'am, you do. And this is how you should carry it. This is how I would recommend you carry it. Because if you can't get to it, and you can't use it, it's not going to help you." She's parked in a dark spot with no additional lighting. So when you're parking in parking garages or in parking lots, try to park closest to, like, the steps, closest to the elevator, closest to an overhead light, something like that, closest to people, things like that, if you can. All right, I understand that it's not always possible to do that, but you need to start thinking that way. How can I get out if I need to get out quickly? And what is the safest place for me? Because I'm telling you, ladies, crimes against women are increasing. Okay? Increasing. So you've got to protect yourself. And one of the easiest things to do, the most important thing to do, is situational awareness. Her back is completely turned to everything behind her. So when I go to get my car, no matter where I'm parked, as I'm walking toward my car, I'm looking past my car to the side and the front, around, things like that. I have sometimes walked around my car and come back around this way. If, my spidey sense is tingling, if my gut tells me something is off, I'll turn around and go back in the store because I practice avoidance. You think I can take care of myself if I have to? I need a t-shirt that says I am not to be toyed with. Okay?
You don't need a t-shirt.
I don't need a t-shirt for that.
No.
But I mean, but seriously, I don't want to get into a fight with somebody. I really don't. I would rather avoid that nonsense and just call 911 and say, hey, this cat is doing this, or whatever the case may be. So, but it's being aware of everything. When I go to my car, at some point, yeah, your back is to it. But before you get there, you need to be looking around you. That's what I mean by get your head on a swivel. Look around you. Take one extra look around. Make sure nobody has followed you, nobody is behind the car next to you, in front of you, or whatever, that could possibly harm you. And while I'm talking about vehicles, if there's anything on your car, don't touch it. Okay? Do not touch it. If there's a $100 bill or a $20 bill, if the guy's cheap, on your windshield, or if there's a zip tie on your door handle, or if there's a water bottle underneath your tires, you've been tagged. Somebody's watching you. You have been marked. You have been tagged. You're being stalked. Don't touch it. It could have drugs on it. It could have something on there where, yes, it can be absorbed in your skin. I've worked those calls where people have touched, actually it's been a couple of deputies that actually touched some fentanyl and didn't realize it, and it absorbed through their skin, and within about 5 minutes they were on the ground. And now I'm giving them Narcan. Okay? I mean, seriously, that does happen. Yes, ma'am.
Can I add something about keys?
Sure.
The new cars. All I have to do is have my keys on me.
Right,
I don't have to unlock my door anymore.
right.
So it's tempting just to put them in the bottom of your purse,
Uh-huh.
right? But if you've got them in your hand, those new keys also have a panic button on it.
Yes, they do.
So I just encourage, even though you don't need the key to open the car, I think it's a good idea to have your keys in your hand.
Absolutely. Did everybody hear her? Her keys, with most keys now, like mine as well, I don't have to use a key to open my car. I can just walk up to it as long as the car senses those keys. And I have mine hanging out on my purse all the time. But they have a panic button on them. So if you're in trouble, you should still hold those keys in your hand, have something in your hand. You can hit that panic button, and then, all the lights and flashes and the horns and everything else go off on your car. And that can deter somebody who has some ill intent. That's a good point. Thank you. All right, so let's talk about pepper spray. How many carry pepper spray? Come on, raise those hands. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of 19 women, 4 carry pepper spray. Pepper spray can save your life. We'll talk to you about Damsel's pepper spray. Not all pepper sprays are created equal. That's my stun gun. That's the fun stuff. I'm just waiting. I am so waiting for somebody to do something. I so want to hit them with that. Not all pepper sprays are created equal, okay? I'm glad you're carrying something. That's fantastic. But this is the part where you need to know what you're carrying, okay? So a lot of women tell me, why carry mace? Mace is a brand name. Mace is pepper spray. And that brand is one of the lowest concentrations on the market at 0.6 catenoids, which is the hot pepper. It shoots about 8 feet. Okay, it may or may not have a UV dye. Then you have saber. Saber shoots about 10 to 12 feet. Their concentration ranges from 1.0 to 1.4 OC spray, which again is hot pepper stuff. Some of those products may or may not have a UV dye. Damsel and Defense's pepper spray. This is what the cool ones look like. These are the hottest on the market. They are 1.45 major capsinoids. This is some hot stuff. Has 2 million Scoville heat units. These shoot up to 16 feet. That's why I said this can save your life. 16 feet. Quick release, one-hand operation. They all have a UV dye in them. That's detectable up to 6 to 8 days post-incident. You have about a 3 to 4 second continuous stream, and that's what you want to do. You're going to go stop. I have pepper spray, use your thumb, and you're going to do a Z pattern right in their face, because you want it in their face. What this does is that almost immediately it causes an inflammatory response to their eyes. Their eyes swell shut, and they're closed for about 45 minutes, which has been timed, so that you can spray and get away. Now, depending on what's going on, you may or may not want to kick them in the head as you're going, but it just kind of depends on what's happening. But pepper spray, this doesn't do you any good if it's in the bottom of your purse. So you should have it on a keychain or something in your hand. I like having my hands free, so I can go like that. Okay? Pepper spray can save your life. And it's quick and it's easy to use. Can you use pepper spray everywhere? You're going to use it in the elevator? Probably not. Okay? You're going to use it if it's windy or raining? Nope, because it's not going to be effective. So you need to have something else as well. And that could be your alarm, could be your whistle, could be something else. Okay? So let's talk about, again, some parking garage and lot tips. Again, make sure you have your keys ahead of time. Okay? Park smart, like we already talked about. Park in a well-lit area if you can, close to the steps, close to an elevator. Anybody go to Reagan National Airport or to Richmond or BWI or Dulles? Lord have mercy, I'd just soon take a beating and go to Dulles. Only because I'm lazy and I don't like to drive that far. Okay? But Reagan and Richmond, I go to those airports a lot, and the parking garages, they can be a little sketchy. Okay? Personal protection in your hand, we've talked about that a lot. Leave the area quickly. If your gut tells you there's an issue, there's something going on here, I don't feel comfortable, your gut is usually right. Turn around. Go back from whence you came. If you need help, then get help. If you're walking out to your car from the shopping center, where do you all shop? Where do you grocery shop at?
Food line.
There's a little Food Line down here? Okay, so let's say you're walking out from Food Line and you see Joe Schmuckatelli POS messing around your car. Okay, Joe Schmuckatelli gets around, let me tell you. Go back in and ask somebody from the store to walk out with you. Or if you see something weird going on, you think your car's been marked, go back in and call 911. It's okay. Call 911. That's what we are here for. All right? Alleyways and streets. 2 to 3 women ages 16 to 34 say they've experienced at least one form of street harassment in the previous 12 months. The wolf whistles, the hey baby, how you doing? That type of thing. I'm like, dude, you couldn't handle this one is all I have to tell you.
I don't get that anymore. I get, hey mommy, you got daughters?
Hey mama, you got any daughters? Things like that. I mean, that's harassment. That's what that is. It's harassment. It's like, come on, man, grow up, right? 37% of adults in the U.S. say there's an area within a mile of where you live that you'd be afraid to walk alone at night. Do you all live in Colonial Beach? You close though? I mean, do you ever walk at night in your neighborhoods, things like that? I can't tell you how many women I talk to who walk at night with their dogs with no flashlight. I give them the side eye. Okay, I said, why are you doing that? Well, I have my dog. What kind of dog do you have? Oh, this little bitty, this little bitty chihuahua that will eat you. I'm like, okay. All right, well, you need something else. Stop walking at night by yourself, okay? Stop that. Alleyways and sidewalks are the second most common areas for violent crimes to occur. That is because they're out of sight, out of mind. They can get in, get out, they can pull you in and, put you behind a trash can or something. It's easy for people to do that in alleyways and streets. Women and walking at night. 1 in 2 reported feeling unsafe walking alone in the dark on a quiet street near their home. Compared to 1 in 7 men. Men get attacked, but not as often as women because the attackers are thinking that women aren't going to fight back. We're all going to fight back, right? All of us, right? Everybody's going to fight? Everybody should be shaking their head. Yes, we're all going to fight. 1 in 2 women reported feeling unsafe walking alone after dark in a busy public place, compared to 1 in 5 men. 4 in 5 women reported feeling unsafe walking alone in the dark in a park or other open space, compared to 2 in 5 men. Unfortunate, a fact of life for us. We are targeted all the time. So we have to flip those statistics around. We have to change that narrative. So who here pretends to be on the phone when you're walking to and from their destination, thinking that that's going to keep somebody away from you? Or have you heard somebody say that? Yeah, actually you're distracted. Okay, put your phone down, you're distracted. Who walks with their keys between their fingers for self-defense? Okay, we've all been told that, right? So, walking with your keys is not a good idea. We're going to talk about that a little bit more, but we were told that for years. You don't make eye contact with others. How many of y'all are bold enough to do what I do and go, hey, how you doing? That's a nice shirt. I like that. The Cowboys going to win? Probably not. I know. Yeah, I kind of gave up on them a long time ago. Talk to people. Even if you're introverted, talk to people because then you can identify them if need be. So some safety misconceptions. When you're caught off guard, it's easier for an attacker to overpower you. Talking on your cell phone makes you an easy target. Only be on your phone to call for help or to notify somebody. The base of the key hitting the inside of your hand after impact can cause you to drop your keys. That's why you don't put your keys between your fingers. Okay? The metal jagged area of the key can easily cause damage between your fingers if used violently. So now you've hurt yourself and you've probably dropped them. And can lead to opening the fingers, which will reduce the effectiveness of any strike because it hurts. So, what you want to do is you want to have a force multiplier. This is called a kubaton. This is a martial arts in-hand fighting tool, but you don't have to know martial arts to use it. It's pretty easy to use. I carry it on a quick release keychain like this, which is how I suggest that people do. And you can either hook that and let it hang on the outside of your purse or on the inside of your purse or on your belt loop and let it hang in. But let me show you why you want the quick release. Because if I'm grabbed from behind, like most women are when they're attacked, I can break it off and break it off. Get right in them, right? I'm going to break that off that keychain, come down as hard as I can into their thigh. I'm going to flip it back in my hand and come back up in their head. If they've got their arms around me, I'm going to go for an elbow because that's going to hurt. If they're coming toward me and this is the only thing I have, I'm going to go as hard as I can to that opposite shoulder, hit as hard as I can, push aside, and I'm going to get away. I'm not going to continue to engage. All right? Unless I have to. These are for close encounters of the worst kind. If somebody grabs you, if now you're in a physical altercation. I talk to a lot of women who say, I got these. I'm like, okay. What else you got? Pocket knife. Great, I do too. I use an open boxes with. Have you been trained to use that pocket knife for self-defense? No. Okay, it can be taken away from you. This is a force multiplier. High-grade aluminum is going to leave a mark, a big mark. That's what you want. Get your keys out from between your fingers. Yes, ma'am.
Can you take that through TSA?
Can you do what?
Take that through TSA?
No, you cannot take this through TSA. This is a weapon. They will throw it right in the trash. Okay? About 10, 11 years ago, you'd be arrested. Now they just throw it in the trash. So when you're thinking about self-defense tools, you want to think about what they're going to do and how to use them. Okay? There's the socket slim is what that's called. It's ultra slim for concealability. It's durable. It's lightweight. It doesn't slip in your hand. Keychain adaptable. And there are multiple colors. Now let me show you something real quick. So this is my belt bag. I love this bag for several different reasons. I can carry things in it. And nobody knows what I've got. But for your purses, if I have this like here, my hands are free, which is what I like. If I need it, I've got it. That's how quick. Okay? That is how quick. And that's why I always say you should have it on something like this. But the other thing is that if I just have a pepper spray or I have this, a lot of women will carry their pepper spray hooked on their purse. You've seen this a lot too. Like that. Okay? Now I'm going, okay, like that. Even your little, you have a smaller purse. Let me see your purse, man. Yeah. So if you hook it on the corner, you're bringing your entire purse up. You don't want to do that. How awkward is that? I don't want that thing pointed at me. You need to be able to get to it and get it off of there so you can use it efficiently and effectively. Make sense? Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you can't take it from TSA.
No.
Okay, so where do you put, say, you want to protect yourself in the parking lot. What do you do with these?
If you're getting ready to get on an airplane, you need to put that stuff in your checked bag. Okay? If you're doing carry-on and you don't have checked bag, because I've done that as well, then you have other things. Your whistle, your keys for that alarm, okay? And then I'm going to talk about a personal alarm that I absolutely love, that is a silent alarm that has GPS tracking on it and alerting. Yes, ma'am. About 5 more minutes? All right, let me get moving here. All right, looking down may affect your situational awareness. Again, eye contact. Okay, be confident and assertive. Plan your route of where you're going for street smarts. Tell somebody where you're going, especially if you're taking a trip. Sorry. Carry your deterrent. Avoid suspicious people and places. That's situational awareness. If something looks like it's out of place, or somebody looks like it's out of place, they probably are. Keep your hands free and trust your gut. Elevators and stairwells, they can provide a trap, so just be aware of that. When you're going down, who's coming back up? When you go into an elevator, if a man is already in the elevator, don't get in the elevator. Step back, go walk, and you don't have to be nice, just walk away. Okay? Or if a man walks next to you and you're getting ready, walk away. You don't have to be nice. That's the other thing that women have been told for years. Be nice. No, you don't. Somebody's making you feel uncomfortable, this is what you do. Knock it off. What you're doing is making me uncomfortable. Knock it off right now. What would you do next here? Would you keep going or would you turn around? Turn around. Don't turn your back. Try not to turn your back on somebody if they see you. Find another route. Again, have your stuff ready. Move away and remain confident. Talked about the elevator already. All right, I want to talk about this. This is so, so cool. This little key fob right here, I take all the stuff off here. I carry this like this, right? So this little key fob works on an app. The app is free and there is no subscription. As soon as I hit this little button, and that's flush, so, and I'm rough with this stuff, I have yet to accidentally push this. Within 5 to 10 seconds, my emergency contacts get a personalized distress message from me, and they get a GPS pin that shows where I am. It continues to alert every minute until I hit the I'm safe now button on the app. But it sends that GPS pin. And I have tested this all over the place, to including Roanoke on the top of McAfee Knob about last month. Okay? And my friend in California sent me the GPS, the pictures of that she got. She knew I was going to do it, so I didn't scare her with that. But had I a problem on the Appalachian Trail, it showed the exact coordinate where I was. Yeah, these are so cool. These are some of the safety bundles that I have here that we can look at. Have a backup plan, so have more than one thing. And we can talk about some key takeaways, some questions. And then the last thing is, Damsel in Defense is a mission-based company. We help rescue women and young girls from sex trafficking. In 3 different countries, we have Damsel houses where we partner with another group called Destiny Rescue. We rescue these girls, we bring them and their families in, feed them, house them, clothe them, and teach them a trade so that they don't have to continue to sell their bodies. In the United States, we offer counseling for victims of domestic violence and sexual assault, and also human trafficking, and we help prevent human trafficking through education, through our products, and things of that nature. So Damsel House Project is really cool. We've rescued over 1,500 girls to date. And we actually have 300.